now that's the other thing. Me and my cousin were talking about, because I said the guy that I was doing the workouts with, he's a Navy SEAL, and I got to know him through doing the workouts that we were doing not too long ago. And he said, do you work out just to stay in shape? I was like, no. And I didn't tell him. So he's like, well, I don't work out just to stay in shape either. I said, okay, cool. He said, do you work out, to keep your cardio up and everything? I was like, no. He's like, so tell me, man, what is it? He's like, because I want you to be a part of, I want to do some of these routines with you and everything. He said, I never saw nobody stay on the heavy bag and hit the heavy bag for 15, 20 minutes straight like that, nonstop. I said, yeah, that's nothing. I was like, I can turn it up. So we having this conversation, and I was like, man, I'll just tell you like this. Look, I come in the gym and work out. I come into the gym to work out, not just to blow off steam and to work out and get in shape. But I think some of these people in here are coming to the gym the same reason I am, because they don't want to kill nobody.
Right.
And he was like, yeah. He's like, yep. He said, me and you gonna get along just fine. He's like,
it's like going to the gun range. It's like going to the gun range. You don't go to the gun range with the express intent to murder somebody. You go to the gun range to get better at it. You blow off steam, and just in case shit ever escalates, you prepared.
Super prepared. And me and him was having I'm not going to go into that conversation any further than what I just said, but me and this man have a very hardcore understanding of how we think and how we work. We come from different backgrounds, but similar backgrounds. But there are some things that in his past and in the present and the things that he says, man, I have a line. He said, and you can't, he said, I can't allow people to cross that line. He said, and when they do cross it, I just go, you got it. And I walk off. He said, because of my training, I can do you more damage than anybody else in the world can.
Right.
And I told him, my
That's
man,
self-awareness.
Yep. I told him, my man, I said, you know what, you right. I was like, the next time we leave here, the next smoothie or Jamba Juice or whatever it is that we have, it's on me. It's on me.
That's self-awareness. That's something a lot of us need to kind of like start learning. Self-awareness and accountability is going to be the key to us actually advancing as a people.
Yeah, and I think it's in a lot of us, because not a lot of us, in certain groups of us that come from these neighborhoods, that we need to have situational awareness and realize that it ain't the point of proving that we are men and macho and that we don't mind standing up for our self-respect, but the point is to just be able to just walk away sometime.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I think that once we start setting those examples, then the youth won't look at the status quo as being the only option, because the status quo tells you that you got to be, you know what I'm saying, you got to be on guard at all times. You can't be nobody's bitch and blah, blah, blah. Those are just the surface level, you know what I'm saying? That's the first bullet point. They don't break down and drill down deeper to find out how those bullet points work. Okay, of course you're not anybody's bitch. That goes without saying. You know what I'm saying? You ain't no hoe, you ain't nobody, shouldn't nobody talk to you any old kind of way. Okay, but let's drill down as to why these things matter. And let's talk about de-escalation. Let's figure out the proper way to respond to these things so that you can ensure your advancement and survival out here, because I don't see shit getting sweeter out here for nobody. No. Like we like to believe that because we're advanced technologically that we're about to go into some fucking utopia. No, it's about to become dystopian out here, and shit's about to get real savage. So real problems are about to occur for people.
Yes,
and it's going to be bigger than words. It's going to be bigger than the way you feel. Their feelings ain't going to matter so much anymore. Not that they matter much anyway to anybody else anyway, because we don't need to care about each other's feelings in that way. We should respect the way people feel regardless of whether or not we agree with them, because we're all entitled to those feelings. However, I don't have to deal with your feelings. But what I can do is walk away. What I can do is concede the point. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be right. I can say, you know what? You got this one. Right or wrong, you got this one.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't see this going any other way if I don't go ahead and just turn the switch off and say, no, this conversation is dead, or this situation is over.
Because a part of me that's talking to me is saying, yo, I got it from here. Just let them keep talking.
Yeah, because that part of your brain is telling you, you know what, you know this is going nowhere, right?
Yep.
You know this is going nowhere.
Yep.
The only place it's going is to me. And if it comes to me, nobody's coming out of this motherfucker alive. For real, bro.
Oh man. It don't